Good afternoon, class. Well, maybe morning where you are, but it's afternoon here for me. Like you, I did the card sorting exercise, and the reason I did it is so then I can create a sitemap. Now this is where I do that. This bulletin board is where I rapid prototype my sitemap. Now, if we think of this not as a page, but a button about process preservation, I'll put it here and it becomes a button. Now, next to it will be another button. So here's the button called Dr. Haley and Associates. Next to it will be another button called History of Projects. Now this is the lion's share of the marketing for the site. About process preservation explains how process preservation works. Haley and Associates explains who we are. And then History of the Projects, that's our portfolio. Next to that would be maybe contact, how to contact us. And next to that would be the link to the blog. So now we have a button bar. Now you don't have to do it that way. You could do each of these, you could have a home page, and then you could do each of these as navigation pages. How you choose to do it has more to do with what floats your boat than the right or wrong way to do it. Now, the blog is just one page, so you click this button and it takes you to the blog page. Contact is just one page, so you click this button and it takes you to the contact page. So I'm not going to bother messing with these. Now, we do have here though a page, and this is a page now, not a button. A page that links to other pages that describe past projects. So I'm going to indicate them with a series of pages like this. Put them about there. Push pin. And so then I show the linking by here to show that these are all linked together. And then maybe a pair of scissors too. And this indicates just a bunch of pages. More than a dozen, probably. Alright, now the associates are kind of the same way. We have a linking page because we have three things going on here. One is we've got the locations of the associates, we've got the relevant publications for the supporting process preservation, and we've got biographies, and these would be biographies of me and the associates. So what we have here then is and I'll do it this way. String. Now you don't have to do the string. I usually don't, but if you wanted to show somebody, it would give you a temporary option. I'll just tie this in a knot. This is nylon construction twine. So now we have these pages off of this page and these pages off of this page, which just leaves us the About Process Preservation section, which is actually the largest section. First, there's the menu of options. You go about here. And then it goes to all of these pages that are relevant. So like this one and like this one, this is a navigation page that goes to other pages. We have a page that describes the process. We have a page that explains how it works. Page that describes archiving. This isn't the same level as these, so I'm going to put it in differently. Page that describes just-in-time training, which is basically while the person is actually on the line, they're using the training materials to learn how to do what they're supposed to be doing on the line. Quality control, safety training, so these are related. Now there's also payment options and how to make arrangements to hire somebody to do a job. That would be here. These kind of go together. And then the consulting would go in here too, this section. And then training the freelancers would be perhaps, maybe not, connected with these. And then strings coming to all of these things from here. There would also be, because of pipelining, and what we can do for you. And I don't know how I'm going to connect that yet. But because of one of the fundamental sort of natures of search engine optimization, you can do a pipeline or a conduit or a stovepipe, you can call it what you like, where these are all connected, and you can go from one to the next to the next to the next, and that gives you a certain amount of additional credence with the Google spiders. So now we have, and I'm not going to tie all these other strings, but now we have a prototyped website, sitemap, that we can look at to decide, well, maybe this page should go over there, or maybe we want this, the page that describes the process and what we can do for you, how it works, and we might have that combined with training freelancers, which would be different from this. Payment options, well, maybe they go up. Well, now I'll leave them there, and I'll move consulting. Maybe consulting comes up here. So this section here is consulting. The whole idea then, as I said at the beginning, is you can move this stuff around. You can change its color. You can decide it really should go over here, or maybe it needs to be its own button. That's pretty much up to you, you know, as the designer of the site in the end, and your client. You have to clear it through your client. To get more information on this, you can do a YouTube, or you can Google it and look at sitemaps in the images area. One of the things that happens though also is there's a sitemap that's an XML sitemap that is actually used to guide Google bots through your website. And so when you Google sitemap, you're going to see a whole lot more of them than this. You'll see this if you go look at them in images. And so what I'd like to see you do is, one, create your own sitemap. The easiest way to do it is to just use post-it notes and stick them on a wall. And you move them around, and you don't have to turn it in. I just like you to create your own sitemap so you'll have a sense of the tactile nature of it. But once you've done that, once you have that sitemap, you can then go into Word, and if you look at the videos that I've recommended you watch in your assignment posting, you'll see how this is done. But you can go into Word and create digital sitemaps that you can then print out. And so basically that's it. That's what I wanted to present to you, is how to create a what's called a rapid prototyped sitemap. And that's what this is. And I thank you, and I hope you find this useful.